Start recording. Okay. Hi. So I actually have recorded 5 or 6 videos on this set like a month or two ago. And then I talked myself out of posting it and keeping up with it. And I was like, oh, I'll try a challenge game, a challenge run. And so I reset that account and so I wasn't going to upload anything. I wasn't going to do that. And then Juby the other day said, you know what? We need more people doing this. There's not a lot of people. And I looked, and there's really not. There's Juby, there's Jay Gigs, there's a couple of others whose name I'm forgetting. Those are the two that I was already subscribed to because of this. Well, I was subscribed to Juby because of Summoner's War back in the day, but and I think it's kind of a shame there's not more people doing this. So I'm doing it. Goal is to record, 5 or 6 videos and post them up there and see what happens. Hydrate or dihydrate, you know how that goes. But yeah, it's a cute game. It's a lot of fun. It's a standard kind of gacha game, but they do a lot more listening to their people. And I have a feeling this is probably very loud. Also, I have a feeling that it's coming through my microphone. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm going to turn the volume on this down a little bit. Or a lot of bit. Whatever. I want it to be hearable, but not blowing people's eardrums, you know? I gotta put my microphone... My microphone? No, that's a camera. I should put my camera over there. Because I keep looking at that monitor, because that's where OBS is. Even though the game's here and the game's there, but I get the... I don't know. I got ADHD, guys. You're gonna find that out real fucking quick. Yeah, this is such a silly game. Like, I love this intro, and I wish it did more. Does that make sense? Like, I it's so wild, this intro. Hall of the Mountain King is an amazing choice for the sounds here. For the music, I mean, not the sounds. The Konami code. Just so much fucking fun. Oh, so much fun. Probably shouldn't curse for the old YouTubes, I guess. Yeah. And so... Whoops, text message. Yeah, so I figure... yeah, I don't know. I figured it'd be fun to do. So I reset my account off the challenge run that I was doing because I wasn't doing it. Mainly, I thought it was a fun idea. But when I'm home, I'm usually, if I'm going to play personal device, and then I can't record at work. And if I'm home playing a game, I'm usually playing with friends. So I figure if I come home, do a recording hour, couple of recordings after dinner, I'm shooting for about a half an hour episode at a time. I'll upload them. I'm gonna load them once a day, I guess. You can see what's going on. A lot of them are gonna be me chit chatting and doing like farming and stuff, which is annoying, but I don't know. I don't know if anybody will like it. I don't know if anybody won't. I just want to play the game because, and I want more people to play the game. I like this game a lot. So I figure even if only 5 people ever see the things that I post on my random channel and buried in the depths of YouTube, that'd be 5 more people at least who've seen the game, Yeah. Day 1. Also, there's new 4 stars coming out sometime in the next... They put out a lot of new units. This game is not old. It came out, March, maybe? Is that right? Let me look at my recordings. today's yeah, like it came out like March, and this is July, and they have gotten so much. Like they've added new 5 stars, which all gacha games add new 5 stars. We're used to that because 5 stars are the place where you get the money. Well, but they've also added 2 sets of 4 stars and a group of 3 stars. They saw people struggling with some stuff, and not only did they tune the stuff that people were struggling with, they also wait, why is she getting a cooldown reduction? What happened? Oh, I forgot about that. So not only did they change the tuning on the things people were struggling with, but they also introduced a line of not 5 stars to deal with it, not even 4 stars to help people deal with that content, but a line of 3 stars to help people with that content, which is effectively unheard of for power it up. I want to power it up. We're going to set it to 15 even though it only goes to 6. For which, I mean, legitimately is unheard of, right? Like, a lot of gacha games will put out, looking at you, Summoner's War and Raid, will put out content, and if the content's too hard, they might tweak the content. But if they're going to add things specific to those content, what they're going to add are 5 stars. And they're going to put those 5 stars in, so you have to spend money so you can do that content, or you have to just work yourself hard to get there. And Full Stack Hero, the people who do this game, they put out 3 stars specific for that content. And those 3 stars are good in other content as well, which is downright amazing. Their designs are all fun. I like the designs of these units. There's 1 or 2 where I'm kind of like, I don't know if I would do that, but, you know, maybe not my cup of tea or whatever. But I like the kind of half cartoony style. The entire setup is kind of reminds me of the Disney movie. What is that? Inside Out, I think, with the emotions inside the teenager's head, the kid's head, and doing stuff. And that's kind of what's going on here. Their storyline for their story stages, like this is all Nintendo based. Like you can see the Mario blocks in the background and the coins. But you get to the end boss of one of the zones, and the little thing that pops up and talks to you about what that zone does. They're all emotions, like overwhelmed with anger or whatever, which is just an interesting thing to do. Okay, so now we're past a couple of tutorial things. There are some more tutorial things, but first, let's come in here. Let's grab our new player benefits from our mail. That's 20 summons off the rip. This is let's grab some gems for just logging in. This is one of the off-meta events. So there's a big event that takes place from the 1st to the 20th. Then there's a filler event that takes place from the 20th to the 30th or 31st or whatever the end of the month is. This is one of those. Then there are these events that happen weekly, and they cycle through. Like you saw this one finished a couple days ago. And these weekly events are usually like 2 days, I think. 2.5 days, something like that. And they'll give you explanations, like if I click here, it'll tell me, here's my event cycle. Here's the main event. Here's those sub-events, you know. And they'll tell you how to get your points, everything else. It's all laid out really nicely. This is the most important tab. This is the missions. You get a free 5-star dark unit, which is ridiculous for completing 240 missions. Some of the missions could use some tuning, I will admit, having done this twice, but she's a super good unit. Heals on skill 1, does Oblivion and Defense down on skill 2, as well as a ATP decrease at 6-star, which is amazing. And this right here hits units 6 times at random. It will always hit at least one of each enemy unit on the field, and if the enemy has a debuff, it extends the debuff's cooldown and shortens the cooldown of other allies. And she's got an HP lead. She is a super good unit. But these are what we want to focus on the most. We want to make sure that we're getting these done. Our quests, these are our weekly quests. You know, do our fissions, or do our summons, use people, fight in various content, blah, blah, blah. This is giving me 3 of the 5 needed to make a 6-star for this week. I will have to make sure that I complete this one. But the other rewards are a large amount, like half of a LD summon. 40 out of the 100 needed for the 4-star and above elemental summons. The power beans, which are the 5-star, they're for anything, but specifically they're used for 5-star skill ups. I think the unripe power bean shows up, but I don't actually remember offhand. You get your daily stuff, batteries, which are really good, your weekly stuff, your monthly stuff, which includes a 12-hour gear removal. So every month you're guaranteed to be able to reset everybody. 2 double XP passes, 10 lucky dice, which we'll get to that in a little bit. And then every month you get a 5-star power bean. Then you also get all this stuff for Facebook and Discord and all that. I'm already on those, of course, so claim. You can invite friends. You can send a little friend invitation. You get summons, and you get little, I think these are, I don't remember where the medals go offhand, but I think they go on your player card. And then you have the gift exchange. So for example, if we do that one, it might tell us, yeah. So here's my only issue. It makes sense. But because I have I'll have to look at that in a minute. Because I have used these on this account before, those particular codes don't work because they were on this account. I think that's a good thing, in all honesty. Not Dats Days. I don't remember if I did this one. I think that's a good thing, in all honesty. Oh, do I have to spell it correctly? Or like with capitals and stuff? Or have I already used it? No, I guess not. Oh, it expired last week. Whoops. Here, this one will work if I haven't already used it. So it makes sense because then you're not getting multiple things resetting your account, getting multiple rewards resetting your account until you get, the perfect 5-star or whatever. But also, how to phrase this? I wish you didn't. I mean, I get it. I just wish they didn't because there's so much good stuff there. So yeah, then you have your daily quest. That's out of your weekly reward, your events, your missions, your supply. The store. A lot of people have talked about whether or not these are good deals or bad deals, so on and so forth. I'm going to say, at the very least, you need to buy this one. It's $3, and it's a ridiculous amount of stuff that you get. This one, I also would buy. Ridiculous amount of stuff. As well as these two, for lesser reasons, but still a ridiculous amount of stuff for cheap. And here's the thing. So I'm going to go to challenge. Look, notice these all have the same name. That's because these things right here, these all get doubled. That's what all that stuff was. So I powered up a gear to level 3. I got 20,000 gold. if I had the, whoops, if I'd had the this one done, I would have gotten another 20,000 gold in that. And these rewards don't come to you until you complete it. You go in and you claim it out of that challenge area. That is super cool. I like that a lot. That's really good. These, yeah, these are great. These are great. This is what people are buying these for most of the time. Is that extra luck, because luck affects drop rate. So you're more likely to get more things if they drop, or if your luck's higher, which is good. I'm gonna do one more summon just to go to a flat 40. There we go. I got the exact same unit. That's hilarious. As you can tell, you're still on those summon rewards rate. But look at this. Okay, the one they gave me has 5% less health, 5% more defense. The one I just got has 5% more damage. This is a damage unit. I don't really care if she has defense or health as much. So this is the unit I want to use. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to use this unit instead. So we're going to click on here. I'm going to go to plans, and I'm going to quick transfer the gear from her and hit apply, spend my 2 gold. Now it's on her. And now, so that's fantastic. There is also a thing, which we will see later, where you can take a level 60 unit and you can assign that level 60 unit. Oh, hang on. You can transfer all that level 60's unit stuff to a lower level unit and they will switch places. That's amazing as well. So if you're looking for physiques, they also have mushrooms that let you change those physiques if you don't like the ones you have, though it is a random change. They also, I have never seen a game do this as often as this game does. They also give you a large amount of just free units that are good for the area that unit is found in. So like here, I'm gonna do this training mission, and if I succeed, I get a unit. So if I do that, I'll succeed at this mission real quick, and they will just give me this unit. They're almost all 3 stars, but that's a heal and attack up for 3 turns, which is fantastic. They're almost all 3 stars. I should have attacked one of the ones that is gonna go, but that's okay. There is a couple of 4 stars you get, but they're all good, useful units for content. So we get this one. He's got 3 attack twice and attack down, attack 3 times and incurable, and then heal by 30 to 36% and grant attack up for 3 turns. That's amazing. Okay, here we go. In strengthen. So I'm going to put him, I'm going to put her. And then I'm going to put that. This is your standard strengthening for units, from blah, blah, blah. But I'm also going to do this and get her a skill boost since I went ahead and got one. So you're going to notice 2 things, actually. One, her speed went up, but also her skill went up, but also her speed went up. That's because they have this thing called stacks. What a stack does is it gives you 1 speed per stack, and you get a stack by by consuming a unit that is the exact same, which means it's really easy to get stacks on 3 stars and it's hard to get stacks on 5 stars for obvious reasons. And that is the only way you get stacks. Well, look, another challenge completed. I got level up 1 to 20 and increase the ability level. And there's one for increasing stack. So look at that. Quick and easy rewards. Got some of these here, which are your, if you played Summoner's War, they're your Rainbow Mon, All right. We're going to go back here. Beat 3. Click, click. And then, so I have 8 energy here. But if I do this, my energy consumption goes down. These guys contribute virtually nothing. but it lowers your overall energy cost, which means you can farm better, farm longer. There are things later that will cause your energy costs to go down. Like, for example, what was I going to say? What is it? In the honor shop, there's a trinket that lowers your energy cost by a percentage, as well as one that increases your energy recovery rate. We'll go look at it in a second. Yeah, I get that. That's fine. Oh, he wants me to go look at the mission. Yes, thank you. So this one, core type, which is what our blue lady is, with 6 fatal gears. A core Element is one that... Oh, hi, buddy. Hang on. Cat tax. This is Thanatos. Look at Thanatos. He's a pretty kitty. He's a pretty kitty. See the boy. He's a big fluffy Russian blue. Are you going to come tell us all about core Element? Meow for the people? No? You're just going to be grumpy? Okay. He can be grumpy. Anyway, core Elements are your consistent damage dealers. They succeed mostly at just doing constant damage. You have disablers, debuffers, buffers, healers, tanks, nukers that do big spike damage. You know, it's all really pretty self-explanatory and a lot of, interestingly enough. But this you can also click and hold, see? Whereas this one is a disruptor and a support. It just tells you what they do. I like that quite a lot, personally. Oh, yeah, I need more of these things. So, and then we're going to just put it on auto, because why not? And we're going to just kind of bounce through and do these things. Because there is new units coming out soon, I'm debating only doing the summons that are required for the game at first, if that makes sense. Like if a mission wants me to summon a specific kind of Element, or let's learn about Element Advantage. Considering it has the exact same 5 elements as literally every other one of these games, I think we will figure it out pretty darn quick like. Oh look, it's exactly the same as every other gacha game has ever been. And it's always in the corner of your screen, you know, so. Yay, more lyrium. Okay. Let's finish this one. Or I'll do like some summons during each individual thing. I haven't figured that out yet. Not entirely certain how I want to do it, because it's about 10 days really before that pops over. Because they said in their release that the individual yay, we leveled. That the new units would be available no later than the 10th. Let's use yep. Look, you can use a partner Element, and it doesn't raise your overall thing, blah, blah, blah. Yay. Overall energy use, that's what I was saying. Boy, I'm sorry guys, can you tell I don't script shit? Because I've never really done beyond some streaming stuff, and then a handful of things that I've never actually posted. Can you tell? But yeah, I'm shooting for like 25 or 30 minutes per clip episode. That way I can record maybe a couple a day on good days and have a little bit of a backup on bad days. So if I don't feel like, or if I can't, or so on and so forth. All right, these have to be reinforced. So this is slow, and that's annoying. This is amazing right here. That tells you how many times it's gone in and how well it's rolled on those things. Once we hit account level 20, it will actually have a thing that just does. It'll say right here the little checkbox. That basically turns it into an instant power up. So we don't have to sit here and wait for it to go 6 times or 10 times or whatever. We just go, I want it to be this level, click, and it spins the gold and makes it that level. It does one thing around and you're done, which is fantastic. Oh, I didn't notice this was a crit rate. Crit rate with attack. That's actually a pretty decent drop for your first time through. I mean, she probably has pretty close to 100% crit rate since each one of these is 12. So that's 48 plus it's a 2-star, so 36. So it's probably 84% crit. Is that right? Crit rate 61. No? Oh, it's 25% at that level. My bad. But yeah. So let's gonna do this. We're gonna see what our next major step thing is. I don't know what my kid's yelling about in the other room, but that's okay. They're on the phone, I guess. Wait, why 61? 12 times... Oh, it's because it's times 3, not times 4. I can do math, guys, I promise. Oh, look. We earned 50,000 gold on a quest. And we can't do those. That's fine. Here we are in mission. Claim that. They're all 3 or higher. Claim that. Arcade Town 7F normal. Whoops, we've done that once. But we are going to have to do it again. And so here's what we're going to do. Mission. Let me see. Is there a summon mission? There's not a summon mission for a little bit. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to stop this particular recording. Run some of this stuff up until we get to like maybe this one. And then kick in another recording and talk about whatever comes up next. So, I mean, for me, it's like 20 minutes from now. For you, 24 hours, maybe. We'll see what happens. Later.